Hello there. Welcome to HP4 Hundo. A lot's changed. Me and Blaze have spent most of today, and I've done a test run, changing Hundo. So we had the idea initially, we wanted to improve how Urkling farming would work in Bathroom. From the back of that, we ended up finding a bunch of new stuff, which allows us to not only get better mastery, we changed the route slightly so we do things earlier than we used to. And it also makes Aqueructo free. Like, it is ridiculously free. I will show one element of Aqueructo. If you want to see another element, which is triple casts in DADA2, I recommend going to watch Blaze's any percent tutorial, because it does save time in any percent. And in DADA2, where we put the fires out, it demonstrates there how to get triple casts. But for now, let's just look at Hundo, what we do different here. I've got a little annotation marker so I can actually show you guys what to do in different sections. So World Cup is very different now. So what we used to do is we always thought the dog bugs weren't worth it, so we'd leave them alone. Now we're not going to do that. I do try something here. So our initial theory was if we got like Hermione to stand like here, we could then manipulate the dog bugs either side, like here, all around here, and we could lift them without getting bit. The only problem with that is, as I tried it, is you would constantly aim at the rock, so you couldn't really manipulate it too well, and like spells would hit the rock, or they'd hit the these wooden pillars. So it wasn't really like ideal. I think that clears it. Yep, there we go. So what I do instead is, if you give it a second, you'll see Harry and Ron are casted. I stay here. So I just stay in this area here, like right by where the rock skip is. So you got the wall for the rock skip. Then you got this section. You just stay inside here. You can manipulate it. And you can also use the Extremos whilst you're here as well. So I'll press play. You'll see I'm using the Extremos now. I've got HP4s there. And then I can keep lifting them, because Ron is in a position now where he's stopping them. Harry's down here hitting these ones. And then as the Extrema starts to run out, you can go out and just start to spam a few spells, see what you get. So I've got some Orbis there, got an HP4s, Explosion. Obviously, explosions aren't really great. But then once you've done that, you can carry on and finish the level as normal. So what that does is, I'll just quickly pause it. Actually, no, I can carry on going. Is it allows you to get a bit of mastery early on, so you unlock cards quick enough, because some runs get to Bathroom Story, as we are now, and you don't have the cards to be able to, you don't have the blue bean card. But anyway, Bathroom Story, again, changed a little bit. So I've skipped ahead to the point you climb up here and you would get rid of the taps. In old route, we would not pull this tap. So this tap we would completely ignore, but now we're not going to do that. We're going to pull it so it actually spawns the Urklings. You can get that if you want to. Some people don't. I do. So we're going to pull up both the taps, clear the cauldron, and what that does is it causes all the Urklings to spawn. So now all of a sudden we go down here. We've got Urklings here. Like we got 1, 2, 3. We got 1 up here, so it's 4. We got 5. There's 5 Urklings just around us right here at this point. Which, if you had the mastery, so right now, as you can see, I don't have mastery. The reason why, I'll just pause it so I can explain that. The level before first task, as you can see on the splits up here, is Forest Block. Now, I used the Extremos during Forest Block. I should have saved it. So if you don't use it, you come into this level and you will have a full Extremos bar. So you can use Extremos on all these all the Urklings here. You see, I finally activated it there, which wasn't fully optimal. I get an explosion, which isn't great. Another one spawns here, which causes an explosion. That is a little bit RNG, so it is risky, but you can kind of see where the benefit comes in. If I didn't get explosions, or even if you did a few Meliphors on it by using Carpe, you probably could get quite a few done here. So like there, I use a Meliphors because it's just not working. I then go up and kill this guy because I want the Extremos back. So at the end of Bathroom Story, there are salamanders that we have to use Extremos for, because salamanders are quite tight in terms of mastery. But it's not the end of the world, because there are a few more Urklings between us and the finish now. So we still do the skip, but we just go a little bit ahead first to trigger some Earthlings to get the mastery. I also choose to grab the mini shield here as well, so that way I'm only going to get one later. So like right now, I'm just filling up the mastery bar. And I'll quickly get this one. Doesn't lose you any time, by the way. You can grab that, not a problem. And then I'm going to whip my way back. I'm going to kill some more. So even singles, like, they all count at the end of the day. And also, I'm trying to maximize my Extremos bar down here. So you can see I'm on a nearly full bar now. You can't actually get higher than that with the card set that you have. You need, like, the gold, like, massive upgrade card to get a full bar. But you don't get that until you beat the game, pretty much. You do the skip normally, and then you work your way across. Again, it looks like it's a lot slower in terms of the level. But the benefit you get from the Earthlings saves a lot of time later on in Mastery. That's what we're doing here, is we are doing extra stuff in splits early, but in a way that doesn't lose time. Because you could easily grind Earthlings all throughout the run, but it would lose you time because there's a whole split for it. Speaking of Earthlings, exterior Earthlings, we have rerouted these as well. Well, not rerouted, but we've changed the way we do it. So, as you approach the bridge, which we pull down, and to the cutscene with the Earthlings, anyone who's played all shields or Hundo will know that as you work your way up to the top level where the big shield is, there are a lot of Earthlings. Just kill this guy. No point using Extremis on him because you'll just burn out by the time you get across these bridges. What we're going for here is, I can point it out. Let me get rid of that combined cast first. Is the path that you take to get up here is you go across this bridge, up this stairs, up these stairs. There's a little balcony here, and then you go all the way up here. What we're doing is, up until up here, we're going to use nothing but Pullus. So we are going to constantly cast Pullus only. And the reason for that is because it can chain really well. So because we have a full Extremos bar, every time we get a kill with Ron, as you know, we get blue beans. So, come across the bridge, stun a few of them first. There's no point risking an explosion when you don't have to. Stun them all down. That one didn't really stun very well, but you get the idea. And then all of a sudden there, you can just go and cast a few Pullus, get some blue beans. I still have a full bar of Extremos, by the way. Another Pullus on this guy, get some blue beans, and I'm back to full again. And then I work my way up, and these ones here, if you really wanted to, you could go for Meliforce because there's nothing the AI can do to get in your way almost. But I just go for Pullus here to finish it. Optimally, I would say go for maybe one Meliforce to maybe two. But then work your way up, and we're going to enter the mass battle area. So the trap area, I like to call it. But yeah, so you can already see the benefit of killing so many Earthlings that are in your way. But by using Pullus only up here, it saves time on the split. But also it means that when we come to do the farming split later, we can focus on Meliforce. Because we'll have Pullus pretty much done. And then what I would do is, when you're under Extremos, use nothing but Meliforce. But then when you're about to run out, use Pullus to get it back. Or Pullus to boost the bar again. So that way what you end up with is a very continuous Extremos bar. I do a few Pullus here. So we count with the idea to do Meliforce after I've done this. But yeah, you want to use a few Meliforce here as much as you can. But then you also want to use Pullus to make sure you don't run out of Extremos, which is why you can see I'm kind of spamming and getting some beans right now, because the Extremos bar is about to be empty. But you can see I do get a lot of Pullus. And then I also grab a quick Meliforce whenever I can. But obviously, Meliforce is a bit more tricky because you're kind of relying on AI. Like, I got lucky here, look, like the AI were casting, so I got a free one. Another benefit to doing this like this up here, back to what I was saying before about Aqua Eructo being all about combined casts. There are 4 fires up here that you can put out with combined casts, which grants you a lot of mastery, but not as much as what's going to come up next. So once you put all these fires out, you can pick up the shield as normal, and then you move on to Herbology Story, which is by far, I'd say, the biggest change that we've done. So we're in the final greenhouse. We're heading up to the shield at the top where you got to fire the cauldron to knock it down. We'll trigger the cutscene with here. We'll still use Extremos here. So this is where it comes in key. We're going to use Extremos here to get some Mosp killing. I get a bit unlucky with Jerry here. Yeah, the Mosp just didn't spawn straight away, like it got stuck up above. So you can see I'm just constantly casting it backwards a little bit because I know it's going to spawn at some point. I think it turns up like here now. Yeah, there he is. So then I instantly turn my attention to get rid of him because they are a nightmare. So you can see by the time I get to the top of the greenhouse, I've run out of Extremos. What's important here is you've got a row of 4 pots here. Break them all to get some beans. That's the first thing I would say. And then, as I skip around, there. Right in the corner here, you'll see there's a pot. And you can see it gave me a few blue beans there already. Hit that pot, you get more beans. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the Extremos back to full. Or as close to full as you can get. I don't think you'll be able to get it to full just from the pot, because there just isn't enough beans that drop, and the chance of them all being blue are slim. However, the closer you can get it to a full bar, the less Urklings you'll need to kill after the cutscene to get Extremos back. So when we re-exit the cutscene, you'll see where we spawn is right by an Urkling. So if you just spam at this Urkling, get a Pullus kill, you have Extremos. Immediately activate it, and then we are going to kill everything on the way down. And the beauty of Pullus kills on the way down here, every time you kill the chicken, it will give you blue beans because you're playing as Ron. So we can immediately chain this all the way down. I got unlucky with that one, not doing any beans. That sometimes happens. But right here, you sample, you see, I immediately chain it. I immediately chain it again, so I still have a full bar of Extremos. And I'm just getting Pullus kills all the way down. Now, you might think, yeah, but you know, that's not too many kills, and all it means is that you only have to farm a few less in the mastery section. Okay, now for the extra benefit of doing this. Remember what we were saying about Aqua Erupto being good with combined casts? Because you kill everything, the AI come and help you. Normally, whenever you play this level in all shields or in the old any percent, the AI was stuck at the top fighting everything. So you had to put these fires out by yourself. However, with the AI here, I'm not sure why Hermione didn't come down here, by the way. I'm not too sure. Maybe coming the other side might be better. We'll have to test that. But just by getting all these combined casts, I had Aqua Erupto 90% mastered by the time I started cleanup. Just for a comparison, normal runs, it would only be about 50% done. So there you can see the difference. I think, oh, hang on, let me see if I can catch that. Because I do check mastery at the end here, just to see what I can do. I'm going to try and catch the Aqua Erupto. So by the end of Herbology Story, which by the way is not that far into the game, I'm trying to catch it, but it's I menu too quick. Let me try again. I will get this. I'm going to try and get this and show it, but you'll get the idea. Okay, it's too fast, but yeah. You kind of get the idea. Like, it's so overpowered, it is ridiculous. Okay, so now let me move the pen out of the way so you can see. This summarizes the route. I'm just going to go full screen as well because I don't need the pen anymore. Okay, so just press play because I can talk over this. I literally set this for like 15 minutes so I could have plenty of time to discuss it. So this covers every single like sub-split. So we do World Cup, Defense Against the Dark Arts. Then we do Exterior, which is just 3 shields. So you got tower blocks, you got rooftops, and you got block skip. We then do Forest 1, which is story and forest block. First task, then bathroom story, then exterior Urklings, then herbology story. Then we clean up the vanishing cards, so we get the booster. So you get the one in bathroom lilies, and you get the one in Moody Challenge exploding cauldrons. We then do forest cleanup, so we do every forest split. We then do the Dug Bog Mastery Challenge, so we finish off AV4s straight after forest. Before we go into exterior, then we do bathroom, then we do Moody's challenges, then we do herbology cleanup. And then after that, you go into end game, so you do second task, third task, vault them up. But I didn't put them on here because that's in every single category anyway. But yeah, so those are the changes for HP4 Hundo. If you have any questions at all, obviously you can find me in the Discord. I will link this video in there as well. Well, that's where I've probably posted it anyway. But yeah, you get my point. But yeah, any questions? Obviously, you've got myself. You got Blaze as well. We came up with the idea for the route, and during my test run, it did save a lot of time. I didn't PB, but that's just because I was rusty and I messed up easy stuff. But yeah, the benefit of all this is it allows you to be a lot more consistent with the bad stuff. So Aqua Erupto is now super consistent. So yeah, it's a by far better run. If you have any questions at all, like I say, find me in the Discord, post in the comments. Obviously, I'll try and respond. But yeah, hope you enjoy, guys, and enjoy 400.